The Dead by Daylight accidentally revealed the killer and survivor names for the new chapter. Let's talk about it. Kings and queens, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having a fantastic day and everything was going good. I'm enjoying my Super Bowl Sunday. The game's about to start. And I got a message from Polly. Shout out to Polly. His link will be in the description. Basically showing me some tags on the video that Dead by Daylight uploaded. In case you guys didn't know, there are multitude of different extensions that you can use on Google in order to see some of the tags to help you improve your own YouTube videos, etc. Basically, Dead by Daylight put in their tags the name of the survivor and the name of the killer. This is quite interesting. I'm not sure if this is just a red herring or if this was something they accidentally did and maybe they did it on purpose and they didn't think people were going to see and they just figured that it will get more clicks in the future. Regardless, what you're seeing on screen right now is what Polly sent me, and these are the video tags. And as you can see, it says Dead by Daylight, DBD, Behavior Interactive, Behavior, Slasher Game, Survival, Horror. These are, you know, your normal things you would use. And then it says The Skull Merchant, Toledo Raya, and Renato Lyra. Then it says Tools of Torment. Now, obviously, nobody knows the names of the survivors whatsoever. Nobody knew the name of the killer whatsoever. So it's quite odd that they decided to include this in their tags. And I don't necessarily think that it's a red herring, as if it was a red herring, then why would you include it on a place that nobody would look? It definitely seems like this might have been more of an accidental thing, or whoever uploaded this video decided to put the tags, and now they have revealed to the community what the killer and survivor name is going to be. Now, another thing that I want to point out, which is quite obvious, is that there's two survivor names. We have what seems to be a brother and sister combination, at least I'm assuming, but we don't really know. Maybe this can be a legendary skin and it's just two different personalities. I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen with that, but it would be quite cool if we receive two survivors in this patch. But some way, if there is two survivors or if it is like an alternate version, I think they're going to be related, which definitely gives a lot more insight to the lore. And then, of course, we have the name of the Skull Merchant. We know that we've seen the skull in the teaser. In case you haven't seen the teaser itself from Dead by Daylight that came out on Friday, here it is. So because of that teaser, it gives us a lot of information about the killer. We can now kind of narrow down what the power could be, as the name is the Skull Merchant, as it makes more sense that maybe, hey, he's collecting skulls to use his power, or maybe throwing skulls at people in order to, you know, use this as more of a weapon rather than having a cyborg eye. Maybe he places these skulls down on the floor, and now with the cyborg eye, they can work as a camera tracking where survivors are, maybe even slowing down them for a set amount of period with the bomb or whatever's in the mouth that's glowing. I always keep saying it's like an explosive, but maybe it's something that slows the survivor down if they walk in the radius of this for too long. Maybe you could slap them on next to generators, and then if anybody comes into it, kind of like a motion detection camera, they're going to get stopped and hindered, and then the killer can come and do something. This is quite interesting that the name is the Skull Merchant of the killer. So I'm quite curious to see exactly what that is going to entail and what that's going to do. Really interesting information. Now, I want to take a look at the names of the survivors as well. Obviously, if they are going to be related, maybe we can pry a little bit more information based upon their names. According to Google, Talia is a girl's name, and this is of Greek origin, meaning flourishing. In mythology, Talia was the moose of the comedy and one of the three graces. So this is quite interesting. It's really interesting to see. Obviously, this could be any nationality, but this is considered to be ancient Greek, the origins of the name itself. And as for Renato, it says that this is a masculine name of mixed origins, coming from Latin name and meaning born again. this name can also be found in Italian, Portuguese, and Spanish, so it could just be a wild toss-up realistically when it comes to everything, and they picked some names that they felt best describe these characters. But nonetheless, it's still quite interesting as we can make some really good theories on everything. Now, if you remember the other name that we did see earlier, and it was a signature essentially, and that name was basically saying A Drama Amai, people were kind of combining this with more of a Latin name as well. We had some interesting theories with the last name literally spelling out I'm AI. So it was quite interesting regardless. So maybe that name is connected with everything, and maybe the creator of the robots or the AI or whatever it is, this Skull Merchant Killer, is the creator of the Skull Merchant Killer, and the other two names are just maybe a brother-sister duo trying to stop this, or maybe descendants. I'm not really sure. Nonetheless, this is some pretty juicy information. Again, I'm not sure what Dead by Daylight did here. I'm not sure if this was meant to be something that people weren't to discover, but everybody that's a content creator on YouTube, they have these programs and these applications and extensions that allow you to see these tags. So it's quite interesting that they didn't think about this beforehand. I haven't necessarily seen them done this before on any other teasers, especially unless it's a full-on trailer reveal. So it's really interesting that they decided to do this. I honestly think that someone accidentally did this. They didn't think about it too much, and they figured that, hey, in the future, people will be able to find these in case they want to look at the actual teaser that came out. And now they're like, ooh, yeah, maybe we shouldn't have done that. As for the Skull Merchant, we can definitely speculate and learn a little bit more about his power. It's quite interesting to see, and I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I kind of want to disregard my entire theory that I made yesterday about the Skull type killer now that I know the name of the Skull Merchant, because especially the merchant part of this name really makes me think of a lot of different things. Like, this character would be collecting a lot of skulls or selling a lot of skulls, you know, exchanging skulls for whatever reason, as morbid as that sounds, but it's quite interesting to say the least, and I'm excited to hear your theories. Nonetheless, let me know your theories down below, because this is some big information. The Skull Merchant is probably going to be the new killer in the game, and we could potentially be seeing 2 new survivors coming out as well. And if that is the case, we might be seeing 6 new perks coming into the game for survivors, and 3 new perks for killer coming into the game. If not, this might just be a legendary skin, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of exciting lore if this is a brother and sister duo, or brother, sister. We'll have to wait and see exactly what they explain with these 2 characters that are yet to be fully identified. But it's quite interesting nonetheless, and I'm excited to hear your theories. Leave them down below. I'd love to read through them. And that's pretty much going to do it for me. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you leave a like down below and subscribe for some more awesome Dead by Daylight content. Again, a big thank you to Polyester for showing me this. I didn't actually pay too much attention to the clip on YouTube. I just kind of seen it and went for it, and I don't think anybody else really has either. So big thank you to Poly for showing me this, and let's see if it really does mean anything. As always, I'm the King. I tip my crown to you guys, and we'll see you in the fog.